Hey people, it's Mark from Vintage Audio Nagoya, and today we're going to do something a little different. I was getting ready to demo this beautiful Roland DC-30 Echo, Chorus Echo, and I got a bunch of deliveries in rapid succession. So I bought a bunch of stuff recently. I'm not even sure what we've got here. I know what this is, I think, but you don't. So let's take a look at what we got here. We're going to do a little unboxing video. If you're curious what this background music is, I'm in a group here called the Good Old Boys, and aka the Traveling Shit Show, and Jake here and his lovely wife Yuki have a band on the side, or primarily, and it's Cacti Lights, so that's who you're listening to here, Cacti Lights. Check them out. They got an EP and an album, and they're working on a new one right now. Real good music. Let's take a look at what we got. This one I think I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but any guesses? Maybe. CD you're thinking? Ooh, this is Vintage Audio Nagoya. So, what we've got here is what I thought it was. A Columbia reel-to-reel tape, 150 long tape. As described. Ooh, I just kind of crinkled the tape. I gotta be careful. I'll wrap that back up in just a second. I've got an old TIAC reel-to-reel back in the States that I'm pretty fired up about, and this came up for $1, so maybe it was $2, I don't remember, but either way it was pretty cheap. I've got my garage door open. It's pouring rain here in Nagoya today. Everybody's a little bit freaked out about the coronavirus, so we're staying home on a Sunday, but you might hear some traffic going by. Okay, next. We've got this little box, kind of poorly taped. Clearly a homemade little tape job. Let's see what we got in here. Something small, but something good, I can imagine. So I try to only get good stuff. Okay, don't put it on there. Alright, it's interesting. Got some interesting looking newspaper in here. If you buy anything from me, check out the newspaper I put in my packaging. Sometimes it's old newspapers from the 80s. I got a big stack of those, so try to make it kind of interesting. We're in some kind of a little sack. Kind of nice if you're into sacks. Okay, we got a TD1 Gaiatone tube distortion. I've got one of these up right now, or maybe not, maybe it's about to go up, but I love these things, and you don't see them very often, so whenever I do see them, I pick them up. And these run a 12AX7 inside, really cool tube sounds with them. Long chords. Simple gain and level controls on them, but that's really all you need with these old tubes. You can tweak it and get it to sound just the way you want to. This one's in pretty good shape. A little bit of a scuff here. Anyway, keep your eyes open for that. Coming soon. Gaiatone TD1 tube distortion. Let's see what this is. Kind of a big daddy. Not a big fan of this stuff, to be honest. It seems excessive to me. It's hard to get rid of, you know what I mean? Throw that over there. Oh, I see why they did it. They saved on tape that way. I guess has some merits. Okay, here's what we got. Big box of bubble wrap. So far. Can reuse that. Got an awful short cable, clearly the wrong end on it, but flexible, which is good. Let's pull it out. I'm starting to think I know what this is now too. Usually I'm all about the analog, and especially the tape, as you may know if you checked out any of the other videos or things on Reverb. However, I'm also a big fan of the Echo, Echo. So, take a look. Missing a foot, we can solve that problem. Look at that beast. That's back when they were making them. It's the Roland Digital Space Echo RE5. Look at that beast. Oh, look forward to a demo on this pretty soon. These were never sold in the States, and essentially it's the next line after this DC-30. They went to the digital, and again, not seen in the States. Amazing sound quality from these, and a lot of different options with them. So I'm looking forward to getting this one cleaned up and demoed, and you can check it out. If you're more into the digital than the analog or the tape, this is right up your alley, I think. Set that right there for now. The Digital Echo. Oh, good Lord. This is a big beast. Not sure what we got here. It's a heavy one. I should probably stop buying all this heavy stuff. Heavy Chevy. I got a friend in college that believed the heavier the better. I'm not sure what his theory was there. Alright, you with me? We're going to flip it right upside down. Oh, that's an unboxing if there ever was one. Oh yeah, baby. Again, I probably should stop buying these because I don't really sell many of them, but I sure like them, and I think I'm ahead of the curve here, which is an odd thing to say considering this is about a 45-year-old unit. So I'm ahead of the curve and behind the curve at the same time. But I think these are coming back, and there's a big reason for that. Oh. This one clearly sat on some styrofoam at one point. But a little elbow grease, we can get that off. Look at that beast. Feast your eyes on the Elk PA51. Somebody's labeled these with little Japanese notations. 2 Echo Machine from Echo Machine. All kinds of line inputs. He's got a beautiful spring reverb in him. And these wonderful aluminum knobs. I love these things. Very similar to these, which I constantly try to get people to buy into. The reason I love these things so much is you've got so much flexibility with them. I mean, they're really wonderful, I think. You can set it on top of a cabinet and treat it just like a head, and use the reverb and play it like just an amp head. If you do that, you can plug a mic or a couple instruments into that same amp head, or you can run a couple of different speakers out the back and run it as it's intended, as a PA system. And anyway, I really love them. I think they're extremely useful and cool looking. There's no doubt about it. Alright, that's it. Thought it was going to be more exciting than that. And my CD player keeps skipping around for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. We're going to come back here in just a minute and demo this DC-30. And I've got another couple, 2 or 3 things I want to try to demo today. As long as it's raining, I'm not going to be going anywhere. So thanks for checking it out. Stay tuned for demos of all these in the near future.